Welcome back to InSift channel. We like to think that the big moments in our lives, the career breakthroughs, the financial windfalls, are the result of big, heroic actions. But the truth is much quieter. The most powerful forces shaping your reality right now are the ones you can't even see. They are the tiny, almost invisible decisions you make every morning. On their own, they seem like nothing, but through the law of compounding, they eventually lead to outcomes so massive they seem to come out of nowhere. Today, we're looking at how a janitor outperformed a Harvard MBA and how you can use the same invisible force to master your own future. Let's look at a puzzle that defies logic. On one side, we have Ronald Reed. For decades, Ronald worked as a gas station attendant and a janitor in a small town. He lived in a modest house, drove a used car, and cut his own firewood. When he died at 92, the world was shocked to find he had a net worth of $8 million. He didn't win the lottery. He simply spent what he needed and invested the rest in blue-chip stocks, letting time do the heavy lifting. On the other side, we have Richard Fuscone. Richard was the definition of success. A Harvard MBA, a high-flying executive at Merrill Lynch, a man who appeared in 40 under 40 lists. He lived in an 18,000-square-foot mansion with 2 swimming pools and a $90,000 a month maintenance bill. But Richard's life was a house of cards built on debt. When the 2008 crisis hit, he didn't just lose money, he went bankrupt. This isn't a story about being smart or lucky. It's a story about behavior. In the world of money, how you behave is far more important than what you know. But how does a janitor's behavior create such a massive explosion of wealth? The legendary investor Charlie Munger had a name for it: the Lollapalooza Effect. Most people try to understand the world by looking at one cause and one effect. But Munger realized that when 3 or 4 different forces all point in the same direction, the result isn't just a little bigger, it's exponential. Think of a Tupperware party. You have reciprocation because the host gave you snacks, you have social proof because your friends are buying, and you have scarcity because the deals are ending. Alone, these are small nudges. Together, they create an irresistible urge to act. This is a Lollapalooza. It can work for you, like it did for Ronald Reed, or against you, like it did for Richard Fuscone. If success is about behavior, how do we fix ours? Most people rely on willpower, but willpower is a finite resource. It's like a battery that drains throughout the day. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, suggests a better way: environment design. Your environment is the invisible hand that guides your choices. If you want to drink less wine at night, don't just try harder. The visual trigger of the bottle on the counter is too strong. Instead, hide the bottle and place a beautiful tea set in its place. You aren't just breaking a habit, you're removing the friction for a better one. By making good habits mindless and bad habits difficult, you are creating your own positive Lollapalooza effect. To truly master compounding, we have to stop thinking in months and start thinking in decades, or even millennia. Our world is obsessed with the quarterly report, what happened in the last 90 days, but the Long Now Foundation wants to change our mental clock. They suggest writing the year as 2026. That extra zero is a reminder that we are in the early stages of a very long journey. Deep inside a mountain in Texas, they are building a mechanical clock designed to tick for 10,000 years. It's a monument to slow and better over fast and cheap. When you view your life, your health, and your finances through this lens, the pressure for heroic, instant results vanishes. You realize that you don't need to be a genius, you just need to be consistent. Whether it's a janitor's secret fortune, a Tupperware party, or a clock that outlasts civilizations, the principle is the same. Extraordinary results come from ordinary actions performed with extraordinary consistency. So, what is the one tiny habit you can start today? What is one piece of friction you can remove from your environment tonight? That 1% improvement is the start of your own Lollapalooza. Thank you for watching InSift. We'll see you in the next one.